Alright, I just realized that we had Liberty in our party last episode, and we took on America. How fitting is that? Hello everyone, I am ThirdMarioBrother, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, as I just told you guys, we took on America itself, the final boss of the entire world. By which I mean the Lightning American Lieutenant Surge here in the Vermilion City Electric-type gym, and earned our first badge of the Kanto region. And in this episode, we're going to be heading north to the Saffron City, not the Saffron City, but to Saffron City, to take on the second gym of the Kanto region and get our second badge, and we're going to face a whole lot of Psychic types there. So, if you guys are excited for our second gym battle in the Kanto region, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. Appreciate it as always, and I love y'all. And you know what else I love? Pokemon. So let's go appreciate them with these weird folk. And oh my god, look at the Bayleaf, it's so cute. You're not even from Kanto. Leaf! Yeah, I agree. Look at my darling Bayleaf. The leaf on its head is so cute and fashionable. It's also growing out of its forehead, so I wouldn't say fashionable, I'd say required to live. I'm the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. I've raised over 150 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. Did you visit just to hear about my Pokemon? You know what? I'm good. How disappointing. Come back if you want to listen to me again. I just wanted to show off that here we have the Pokemon fan club. What do you have to say? Chairman is very vocal when it comes to Pokemon. I can tell. Hence why he has absolutely no visitors. But either way, let's hop on our bike and let's head up to Saffron City, which is one of my favorite cities in Kanto, if only because of its appearance in the anime. Oh my gosh, Silverwind, hey, that's pretty cool. But, like, Saffron City was so cool in the Pokemon anime. Oh my gosh. Like, you get there and it has this, like, mysterious vibe about it, and when Ash gets to the gym, man, and Sabrina's in there acting like Sabrina with a little doll thing, it felt so, like, ghostly and so, like, scary, man. And after he went through all the trouble of getting that Ghastly to go up against her, it was just hilarious. Not hilarious, but, like, so memorable. It was awesome, man. And I'll talk more about that when we actually get to the gym, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's something... there's a large formidable tree right here, but that I'm not interested in. I am interested in... Is there no hidden item around here? I could have sworn there was something. Well, guess not. Sure wish we had that dowsing machine to work with. Either way, let's go ahead and head into Saffron City. This is also one of the more, like, urban cities in the Kanto region, which I was always, like, super duper into. I love Goldenrod, and I definitely love Saffron, because here you got the Saffron department store. Or, Silphcore, what am I talking about? Silphco. The department store is in, Celadon City. That's what I meant to say, though. Silphco. And, it's just so urban and so awesome, man, even though you can traverse the whole town in, like, 5 minutes. But either way, this over here, I may as well show off while we're here too. Everyone is welcome. Fighting Dojo. If everyone is welcome, that means I'm welcome as well. So let's go ahead and go in here. Hello. Karate King, the Fighting Dojo's master, is in a cave in Johto for further training. He hasn't come back or called or texted in 3 months, so it is possible that he's dead at the bottom of the lake, but, it's not my issue now, is it? But either way, this in, the Kanto region, struggle for vengeance and a complicated fracture. How deep, dude? I'm gonna post all that on my Tumblr.com page right now. In the original red, blue, and yellow, and I guess green, you could go here and fight a fighting-type half-gym, I guess. It wasn't really a full-fledged gym or anything, but you could go through and fight some trainers, and you would, get a Hitmonlee or a Hitmonchan. You could actually choose between the two at the end of the thing, and I love Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I never used them on a team or anything, but, they're just really cool Pokemon, and they're good additions to the Pokedex, I guess. They just look really cool, and they're cool in the anime and stuff. But anyway, Medium Rebecca is here to challenge us, and man, she was looking, like, out of sorts. Jeez. And we got 4th gen Pokemon. Okay, that's a bit of a weird start, but let's just go ahead and Dark Pulse this Bronzor right here. Bronzor looks like a collectible coin. I would buy a collectible, like, Bronzor, you know? I wouldn't mind that. If, like, America changed its money into just a bunch of Bronzor coins, I would not mind that whatsoever. And this is going to take forever, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into Hot Dog, so we can just flamethrower this Bronzor and get rid of it. Now, this is a Psychic-type gym. As you guys saw by the medium waving her candles around like, oh, look at me, there are ghosts about. I'm going to be one soon because I'm so old. Oh my god. And by, of course, the Psychic-type Pokemon in front of us, the theme of the gym is Psychic. So Blackberry is finally going to get some time to shine on the battlefield as something other than just a damage sponge, which is very, very awesome in my opinion. That's super effective. Gonna faint that Bronzor. Split that experience like 13 different ways, and Hypno is coming out. So as long as this Hypno doesn't have any like surprise bug attacks, which sometimes Psychic Pokemon do, and it like takes me by surprise, and I have no idea what to do about it. It's really, really weird. Hypno's coming out, and we are, ooh, it tells it about Dark Pulse. Whatever are we gonna do? How about we go ahead and pay back this thing right in the face? And Hypno is creepy, dude. All right. First of all, there's like a creepypasta about Hypno, right? Something about like it like kidnaps a little girl in the game, or like, and then it like comes to life. I have absolutely no idea. Like, oh, it has a Psybeam that won't be able to do anything. But I have no idea what that creepypasta is. I read it once, when I was like super duper into creepypasta for a while, and that kind of creeped me out about Hypno. But just the fact that like it's so like weird in the anime, dude. So, there's this episode where there's a Drowsy and a Hypno, and they're used at, like, this weird rich people party or whatever, to just, like, put people to sleep or put them under hypnosis, and they're kind of like a party trick or whatever. Speaking of hypnosis, God! But Hypno, like, gets taken hostage or something, or, no, he ends up, like, putting his spell on a whole bunch of different people, and you know what, I'm just gonna full heal and then quick attack this thing, actually. But, he ends up putting his hypnosis spell on a whole bunch of different people, and, like, they start acting like they're Pokemon. Like, one of them acts like they're a Magikarp. Honestly, if I were hypnotized by Hypno, I'd act like I was an Arceus. Question of the day. If you were hypnotized by Hypno, what Pokemon would you act like, and what would you do? I would act like a Snorlax and eat everything in sight, because that's what I do anyway. Oh my gosh, but let's go ahead and quick attack that thing, and Hypno is down. It was just always the way that he, like, waved his little pendulum and went, no, no, no! That, like, creeped me out as a kid, man. Now, when I look at it, it's just hilarious, because he's just sitting there screaming, no! In your face. And I remember it so clearly, but, like, oh, man. That's comical. That is comical. You know what else is comical? The fighting dojo next door was once this city's gym. Yup. How badly has Saffron fallen? Now, ain't nobody got biceps, ain't nobody can fight, they just got weird, pink painted nails and weird hairstyles. Look at Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is like the millennial, the Pokemon, you know? Like, this dude's got the edgy hairstyle, he's a male, but he's wearing the makeup, he's wearing the pink spots on his finger, he's got the outfit just for attention. Nah, I'm playing. I don't care about any of that stuff whatsoever, and he's thrown up a light screen and a reflect, which is really annoying, because he put up the light screen right before I used a special attack, and the reflect right before I used a physical attack, so this Mr. Mime is making all types of predictions right now. Can a quick attack take this thing out? I wonder. Looks like it. There goes Mr. Mime. He's set up for his team, and that's really good. But, I don't know. What I was saying earlier about, like, the hairstyle and the clothes and stuff like that, this is another one of those randomly, like, stupidly... Ooh, 51 on the noodle. I am digging it. No new moves? Alright, whatever. Stupidly, like, serious asides. But, like, I just wanted to say that you should respect everybody around you, even if they're doing, like, some sort of weird look that you're not quite 100% into yourself. Because, like... it doesn't matter at all. Like, if you were doing something that made you happy, and then someone, oh god, it has sleep powder. Why does everything have, like, sleep powder or hypnosis in this gym? Ugh. Freaking Psychic type, man. So annoying. But, like, if you were just, like, say, playing Pokemon or something, and someone comes up to you and they're like, God, you're such a jerk for playing... You're such a... nerd. Best I had after all that. But, like, that's just not cool, and, like, the fact that you play Pokemon doesn't imply anything about you, it just means that you like blasting some executes with a flamethrower, making these eggs hard-boiled real quick, you know? So, just, and it's really important to be, like, really kind to all the people around you, and just smile at people and encourage their hobbies and stuff like that, because you never know what someone might be going through, and you never know how much just supporting someone and telling someone that, like, hey, you're cool, I like what you're doing over there, could mean to somebody, you know? This was a really, really random, completely, like, off-topic, no, like, objective, lined out tangent, but you know what? It's an important one anyway. Just be nice to everybody. It's really not that hard. That's something I've realized over the past couple of years, actually, is being nice is not that hard, and it, like, gives you energy, too. If you don't do it for other people, do it for yourself. I was no match. Huh, yeah, you jerk, freaking noob. Ugh. Be nice to everybody, but this guy's a failure and a loser, but be nice to everybody. No, it just, like, complimenting people and bringing people up, I've found gives me more energy than, like, putting them down. Putting people down, like, makes me feel negative. It puts you in a bad mood. When you do negative things, you get into a bad mood yourself. Like, if you go around frowning all day, you're gonna feel a little bit worse off. And, if you go around putting people down all day, you're gonna feel worse off about yourself, man. That's just the way that it works. So spend your time putting a little bit of positivity out in the world. It'll make you feel better about yourself, it'll make somebody else feel better, and if we all work together, maybe the world can be a little bit of a better place. And that's kind of how I've been trying to live my life for, like, as long as possible now. And this lady's living her life however she wants to, I guess. I see it clearly. I can see into your spirit. It's naked, you know. Oh, gosh. Look at this sprite. Oh, what'll I do with these 2 candles? If I had one, I could set it down with my other hand, but I have 2. What am I to do? Oh, man, I love it. Let's go ahead and full heal Blackberry. I love these sprites more than anything, man. These mediums, they are so funny. But full heal Blackberry and see if we can't take this Slowpoke out before it goes ahead and sets up on us. I don't know why forgetting things in your brain is going to make your special defense go up, but apparently that's just how it works. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use payback against this thing since it just set up a +1 special defense, and I'm not trying to use a Dark Pulse against a Slowpoke, which is already defensive. And payback you're supposed to use on faster Pokemon, but this dude is literally taking a nap in the middle of the battle. He's got his hands on his chin, like, huh, what are you gonna do? Come get me. I don't care. I'll just be able to sleep longer. Alright, Slowpoke, if that is your wish, you can just forget until you go to bed, and then wake up with a brand new life. And now Slowbro is coming in. We're gonna go ahead and switch into... You know what? Should we switch into Scrim? Nah, let's switch into Lambchop. I feel like switching into Lambchop, because Lambchop has actually got 2 types that are super effective against Psychic. Electric and that Bug-type Signal Beam. Well, I mean, 2 types that are super effective against this Slowbro right here, because it's Water Psychic, you know, and Electric isn't super effective against Psychic. Don't worry, I know at least that much about Pokemon. I'm not the hugest buff in the world, I don't know everything, but I know that Electric doesn't do anything to Psychic in any special way. With that, we're gonna get a little bit of experience, and Darcy is down. Though I read you, I still lost. Maybe if I'd put these candles down, I would have been able to do better. Oh, what shall a woman do? But, how do we get Sabrina there in the middle? That is my question. Look at the bangs, man. She's got them rockin' bangs right over her, right over her forehead. I never noticed that about her. Actually, I guess there's one more battle here. Psychic power is the power of your mind. Yes, thank you. I do know the definitions of words. And Psychic Franklin. Man, okay, all the mediums have mom names, and all the Psychics have, like, really average names. It's kind of freaking me out, man. So this Kadabra's going to be pretty fast. I wonder if it's going to skill swap. Whatever, this payback should still take it out. Speaking of Kadabra, though, I guess it was Alakazam in the anime, actually. But after I watched that episode of the anime where Ash goes to Sabrina's gym, and she has the creepy doll, and she has the Alakazam, which can bend spoons and, like, destroy all the Pokemon in the world instantly by, like, just throwing them against the wall, I wanted telekinesis, like, bad. That was my dream power from that moment onward. I don't know what it is now. It might also be being able to rewind time, but that's a different story. But I wanted telekinesis so bad, and I, like, believed that it was possible if you just, like, refined your brain long enough. So I would go into my kitchen, no joke. I grabbed a spoon from the drawer, I sat down on the floor of the kitchen, and I stared at this spoon, willing to bend it with my mind like an Alakazam would for, like, hours. And I did this not just one time, but, like, multiple days trying to get it to work. And after so many days, I'm like, I gotta be getting close. So I would, like, lie to myself and tell me I wasn't, but I would, like, bend the spoon with my thumb while I was looking at it, and eventually I bent it so much that I could see it, and I was like, oh, I bent it! Oh my gosh, I'm telekinetic, I have superpowers, I'm just like an Alakazam, except without the mustache. But yeah, I spent so much time doing that as a kid, and it was absolutely ridiculous. But, hey man, I believed. So, if Goku got me into training, then Sabrina and her Alakazam got me into ruining silverware. I think I actually did ruin a spoon by doing that once, because I was just like, oh my gosh, my mind is so powerful that now it can tell my hands to both together bend this spoon, and I just completely bent it like 90 degrees, and I was like, whoa, this is what would happen if I had actual brains. But anyway, how do we get to Sabrina, man? Have we gone on this one yet? That is my question. Yes, we have. You know what? We're gonna just do this algorithmically, and I'm gonna contact you guys when I find the pad that takes us to the gym leader. Alright, and it looks like the teleport pad over there on the bottom left by Psychic Meredith, or Betsy, or Gertrude, or whatever grandma name she has, is the way to the leader Sabrina, who is sitting on her very technological-looking throne, man. This is cool. I knew you were coming. 3 years ago, I had a vision of your arrival. You're after my badge. Wow, what an amazing prediction. You must really be psychic, huh? I don't enjoy battling, but it's my duty as a gym leader to confer badges on anyone who has proven him or herself worthy. Since you wish it, I will show you my psychic powers! Hey, I didn't say any of that, man. What if I just wish for your number? Let me divine it. Let me divine it. It's 8675309, and Leader Sabrina is looking, oh my gosh, she is looking fly over there. Jeez, did you see the goopy hands? That is how you know that it is about to go down. So Espeon is out, and I assume Espeon is going to use some sort of, a setup move, a Calm Mind, which is actually going to raise special defense as well, so maybe Payback would have been the best option after all. And if this thing sets up on us, we might actually have a problem, because Evolutions, Espeon especially, with its amazing special attack, can definitely be problems. I don't know if it's going to be able to do anything to us, though, as a thing, so maybe we'll just stay in with Blackberry and prove that our Umbreon is the ultimate evolution here. So I suppose physical attacks are probably going to be the way to go. Umbreon's physical attack is higher than his special attack, and Espeon's special defense is higher than his physical defense. Special offense, I was about to say, which, barely even makes sense, but let's pay back again. Yep, because here comes the full restore. I expected that, Sabrina. How typical of you. Now, if you were a true Psychic, you would have just willed your Pokemon back to life. You'd have been like, you Mogwai find me Sao, you Mogwai find me Sao, and Espeon would have been like, oh my gosh, yes, and eaten a bunch of garlic, and his digestion would have been just 1,000 times better right off the bat. But that didn't happen, and oh, it's gonna hit us with a Shadow Ball. Luckily, we are gonna resist that. So, that's not going to do anything. And it looks like Espeon, the really cool-looking evolution, and actually my favorite out of them, I've got to say. Umbreon is amazing, and definitely a very, very, very close second, but I love Espeon. If only because Espeon was more useful to me in Pokemon Coliseum, if I'm being completely honest. That's probably the only reason, but Espeon is amazing. And Alakazam is coming out now. You know what? Let's go ahead and switch in the Scrambler and see if the Scrambler can't get anything off on this. Because we do have Shadow Ball with the Scrambler, and man, I probably should have evolved Scrambler off screen before this episode, actually, but it doesn't matter because I still have faith that we'll be able to do something, at least, against this Alakazam. So, it's gonna use Reflect. Bad choice on your part, Alakazam, because I got that nice, young, clean Shadow Ball. It looks like a ball of dust. I'm just throwing dust in your face. You're going to be sneezing for days. It's ridiculous. And this thing is 10 levels higher than us, so we actually did a pretty decent amount of damage for it being so strong. Unfortunately, I think this is probably going to take us out. Scrambler, can you tank at least one? Oh, yes, we can! God, I gotta have more faith in my team, man. We are just a bunch of beasts running around. So the Shadow Ball, with the special defense drop, is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage, and this Alakazam is actually gonna live after that. So, if it does something stupid and tries to, set up or something, we might, I was gonna say, we might be able to live and take it out with the Scrambler. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Instead, we're gonna fall to the floor like the losers that we are for the moment. Who should we go into? I guess Blackberry would be the smartest choice. Well, I guess Blackberry it is. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and Dark Pulse this thing. Blackberry and Scrambler are getting most of the action in this episode, which I do not mind whatsoever, because they have been a little bit out of commission as of late. And, oh, it has Energy Ball. That might actually do a decent amount of damage. I never got why Energy Ball was, an Alakazam move and also, a Grass-type move. I had an Alakazam, I think, in Pearl when I was playing through it. And Energy Ball was like its strongest move for the longest time until I finally got Psychic like way later on in the game, but it was just silly having a grass move on an Alakazam. It felt weird to me, man. I couldn't take it. But Mr. Mime is gonna come out. They should release like a Mrs. Mime. Oh my gosh, wait, what will happen after this? I already know. What if a Alolan form Mrs. Mime? Hold up. I just created the greatest theory ever. I should actually make a whole video on that. That'd be hilarious. But it's going to set up the light screen, so this thing is behind all types of shiny, shiny walls that we can't see. Except it's Reflect just wore off, so that's nice. And it's going to use Mimic, and I don't know why you would want a Dark Pulse to use against an Umbreon. But, alright, so Mr. Mime's got all the party tricks, but not the smartest cookie in the book, you know? That's my favorite thing, by the way. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but, like, mixing up all those, like, expressions that mean the same thing, like, sharpest knife in the drawer, sharpest tool in the shed, brightest light in the... whatever, I just love... I just love throwing in random stuff, like, sharpest cookie in the volcano, you know? Because nobody ever notices, because it's just an expression. It just kind of goes over everybody's head, even though it's, like, completely, like, super stupid dumb. But was the future I saw wrong? Gosh, she looks like she's about to shoot some Ki Blast out of her hand and, like, light some stuff on fire, man. That is cool. But we can take at least one more No, we can't, because it's going to get a critical hit on us. That Mr. Mime, who looks like he's doing, like, the... some sort of RuneScape dance, actually. He's in that type of pose. Is actually... trying to put in some work in our team right now, but luckily we have Gatorade sitting in the back with that backup crunch, so it don't matter what this thing throws us. I know we can take at least one Psychic from a Mr. Mime, man. Look at his hair. He's got more ridiculous hair than Donald Trump, who I've now mentioned 2 times in a row, which is absolutely silly. And there goes Mr. Mime, and there goes Gym Leader Sabrina, whose strongest Pokemon was Alakazam, which we took out probably the easiest, which is weird. I get it. Yep, we're better. Guess your vision forgot to tell you that one. Your power, it far exceeds what I foresaw. Maybe it isn't possible to fully predict what the future holds. I should stop gambling every day. Okay, you win. You earned yourself the Marsh Badge. And with that, we have 2 badges from the Kanto region. I failed to accurately predict your power. That means that your power is beyond my psychic ability. You deserve this. Please take this TM2. Not TM2, but TM48 is what we receive. It contains Skill Swap. It swaps abilities between the user and the target. You'll become a celebrated and beloved champion. So Skill Swap is good in competitive for Pokemon like Slacking or like Regigigas or whatever, but it's not so useful in the main game, so I don't think we're going to be using it. What do you have to say? That was another fantastic battle! Wow, what an incredible comment. I can't believe it. And we are the only certified trainer here, so Luke has not yet made his challenge here. Haha, Luke, you're so behind. But either way, we took on the Saffron City Gym Leader Sabrina in today's episode of Pokemon HeartGold. If you enjoyed and you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. It would be very much appreciated. Your support does a whole lot for the channel, and y'all already know that. Y'all already know all that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and tomorrow we will be setting off toward, I guess, the rest of Saffron City. Maybe we should explore the city a little bit, you know, have some fun, night on the town, go to Silphco and, like, deposit some money, or buy some binoculars, or whatever. Yeah, that sounds exciting, right? But yeah, I guess we'll explore Saffron a little bit, and then we will head off toward the next city and toward the next gym of the game. If you guys are excited for that, please make sure to tune in next time. Thank you all very much once again for watching, and I will see you all then.